In this video, we are going to go through how to create a new tool in our CAM workbench. So as you can see, what we want to do here is we want to create a new tool and we're going to give it a diameter. And I'll show you how to do that quickly. And I'm going to do that from an existing tool. I'm not going to create a brand new tool where I actually create a drawing of that shape. I'm just going to use an end mill and I'll show you how we do that. So for this particular one, I am going to add it to this job. So I've already created a block. I've already created a toolpath on here. I'm going to change the tool that we use. I'm going to create a new tool so that we can go in and just work on a new tool here. So the way to do it, basically what you do is you go into the tool library editor, and right here you just say create toolbit. So I'm going to create a toolbit. What it's going to do is it's going to look at the existing shapes that we have. So we have a V-bit, a thread mill, slitting saw, a probe, an end mill, a drill, a dovetail, a chamfer, a ball nose, a ball end. I'm just going to go with an end mill. That's basically a square corner. That's most of my cutters are like that. I do have some ball nose ones where they have a radius on the end. That is also a very common one, but for now we're just going to do an end mill. So the shape is an end mill, and now it's going to ask me what I want to save it as. So I'm going to save it as new end mill, and I'm going to call it 8mm because it is an 8mm one. Actually, I'm going to do that with an underscore because just to separate the 8mm. So it's a new end mill and it's going to be an 8mm end mill. So I'm going to save that. And then I have the new end mill here. I can double click it and that gives me access to the attributes for it. So the shape is that end mill shape that we just picked. The name is the new end mill 8mm. So my diameter, if this is an 8mm cutter, my diameter is going to be 8mm. The length of the cutting edge, I'm going to make that 50mm. So it gives me about 2 inches of cutting depth. And then the length of the overall cutter, obviously going to be more than 50mm. So I'm going to make that 80. And then the shank diameter, that's this part that fits into your collet. Mine is going to be 6mm. And that's everything. So those are my attributes. I can add here, I can add how many flutes it has. So this is a 2-fluted end mill. The spindle direction is forward. The material is high-speed steel. And I can also put in the chip load, but I'm not going to do that for now. And I'm going to say OK to that. Now, one thing I've noticed with this is the tool library deletes it for some reason. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to be very good in terms of keeping the stuff organized in the tool library. I'm not sure if that's a bug. I'm not sure if it's something I'm doing, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to close that now. I'm going to go into my job, and then I'm going to open that job. And then under the job, I have tools. These are all the tools that are available in this job. And I'm going to add a tool. And I'm going to pick my new end mill 8mm and add that in. And now my new end mill 8mm is over here. It is tool 4. Let me just see why I can't see that. Yeah, there it is. So new end mill 8mm, it is tool number 4. Okay, so I'm going to say OK to that. So my job is still good there. I'm going to go into my operation. And in my operation, it says which tool controller do you want to use. I now want to use my new end mill 8mm, and there it is. I'm going to apply that. And now I'm using my new tool in this operation. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to go into my simulator, and this is going to be my new tool cutting through here. And of course, the depths and the cuts and all of that stuff you set up in the operation itself. And you can set up your speeds and your feeds in there as well. So for the tool, it's really just the tool shape that you're worried about, how many flutes it has. And then you're going to just drop it into the operation that you want to use it in. So hopefully that's pretty clear. It's pretty straightforward. I didn't get into creating different shapes, primarily because I really don't do that. But it's easy, but it's going to take a little bit more time to show you how to do it. If that's something you're interested in, please leave a comment below. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to join us on Patreon, you feel free to do that. If you want to join us here in YouTube, you can do that. Or if you just want to buy us a coffee, I'd be more than happy for that. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't show you my version of FreeCAD. So I'm going to do that right at the end, just for a change. It's 1.0.2. That's the latest release as far as I know. And usually someone will tell me if there's a later release when they see this video. So again, thanks for watching, and I look forward to making the next one.